For the northern section of the neighborhood business district, sub-district in this, one of the interesting things about the topography and the development is that the properties on the east side don't actually access Main Road. There are no driveways because of the topography and because of the roads. They actually go the other way. They're residential, single-family, multifamily in some cases, and they don't connect to Main Road. So the thought was that they don't really have that option or that potential of developing as commercial that would access Main Road.
Okay, but since they're not included in the map, then they revert to general commercials. They remain general commercial, correct?
No. They go to the adjacent residential district, which is R30.
Are we talking about the backside of Garden Heights?
I think that's what we're talking
If that's what it's
Yeah.
called.
The west side of Garden Heights?
Yeah. The east
The ones
side.
that, no, the west side of Garden Heights,
Oh,
right?
east side of Main Road.
Yeah, the east side of Main Road, the west side of Garden Heights.
West side of Garden.
Oh,
Because those,
Tomato.
on the north side, they face Main Road, but the driveways are in the back. And on the south side of Garden Heights, they're 100
They're up by
feet.
topography.
Yeah,
raises
they're
them up
way,
above the
way
road.
up, yeah.
Yeah.
And are accessed through Garden Avenue.
From Judson to Beach, that's all residential on that side of the street.
But I thought in this discussion, if they are currently general commercial, which they are, and they're not part of the new sub-districts, then they remain with the zoning that they have today, which would be general commercial. I just want
That's what we.
to clarify that. Is that what I interpreted from what was stated in discussions on DeMello and the Hobson Street situation? It's not included in the map.
Okay, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening at the beginning. What was the,
I've lost her too.
What do those properties that were originally zoned general commercial,
right,
they were not shown as the new district on this zoning map, what is their zoning after the vote?
General commercial.
general commercial? Are there some,
I thought we just
Yeah.
talked, I thought
other than the one we changed? Okay, but,
that is the opposite of what we just said about DeMello's property. We said
that strip
that if
will
we don't
revert
do
to
anything, it will
R60.
revert to R60.
That's because it doesn't
Because-
front Stafford Road. It's a parcel that's behind.
it's on the back attached to the R60, that's why I believe.
And this is...
What does that matter?
I get, are there areas along Main Road that are left as GC?
There are, well, specifically, there are the corner of Souza.
Oh, right, okay, yeah,
And Main.
Down
only
at the-
The front part is
right.
changed and the back stays GC. And the same with the Humphreys lot,
right, okay.
because they were large. And also I think those are the only two, because they were larger lots that were
But
called.
if they're not shown on the map being changed, then they stay. The DeMello lot was shown as being changed to residential, correct? That was the problem, so it either had to not be changed
No, it
to
was just carved
residential. No,
It's just carved out. We actively went around it.
tonight we acted.
No,
No.
look at this little,
That
That's the
was
lot
not
right there.
included in their zone.
that was not included in there.
But had that been GC before, or had that been residential before? That had been residential before.
No,
hasn't it?
GC.
GC.
It was GC.
So we left it,
That whole property was GC.
Okay,
so we left it.
so you left it GC.
Right.
No, we
No, it's going to
Whatever.
revert to residential, but because the zone will float 50 feet, when he purchases that small piece, most of it will be in the new zone.
No, you voted to revert that to general commercial.
Yes.
I think that's what we did.
Right, so we had to change it.
Okay, I'm sorry, maybe, Joan, repeat the question on the top and let's see. if we can clarify, not confuse. We're all getting tired, but we're almost there. We're on the 1 yard line. We can't fumble now.
Okay. So, get down Main Road.
Right.
There's a section in here that is currently zoned general commercial.
Right,
It is not included in this map,
right.
and there's no provision in here that says, okay, it changes to residential. So my question is, does it remain general commercial?
Yes.
And the same thing, I think, happens down near the cemetery. There might be one or
Yeah.
two lots down near the
Right.
cemetery that would be in the pedestrian-oriented district, pedestrian-friendly district.
That's right. I think that is the answer. I mean, some of those areas, as indicated with Humphreys, and so they were deliberately left out, or DeMello, and if we missed anything accidentally, it will stay the same. So there won't be any harm. It'll just stay as general commercial if we missed something. If it wasn't deliberate. If it was deliberate, which some of it was to stay as general commercial, that's fine, for the big ones, and for others, it still will do no harm.
Are we, well, the big ones are residential. The big ones we left out because the back half or the back majority is residential. And just the face of Main Road is commercial. But I'm wondering, do we now go back into the map for Garden Heights and fix those general commercial? I mean, they can't be commercial uses. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. There are no curb cuts on Main Road. You would have to level a considerable amount of bedrock and everything else, and you'd have to cut a giant hole in the side of Pecassid Hill. So it doesn't make sense that they would be left commercial forever. I mean,
But it's not something we can fix
no,
tonight.
I'm saying, I'm teeing up the next round and getting nasally as I do it.
The next round is, general commercial has several other areas that need to be addressed. We have the general commercial and the waterfront, which is in several small pieces, and that seems to be the next area. And certainly, the cleanup in this area could be part of that.
Okay, because this is to no detriment to those properties, but
Right.
we'd like to at least get them, they're still going to be non-conforming, but at least they'll be dimensionally non-conforming, but
I think increasing general commercial is going to be the catch-all until all these
Okay.
commercial areas are
Good.
addressed specifically, until they fall into a new category such as neighborhood business or pedestrian-friendly, or whatever is going to happen in the waterfront area.
good catch.
All right, thank you, John. Anything else? Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor? Opposed? 5-2. Okay, bids and requests for proposals, none. Town administrator? None. Council announcements, comments, and questions?
Just thanks to Kate and Ken for all that work.
Thank you, Kate, thank you, Ken.
And Ken,
I have one announcement. On Friday, July 4th at 9 a.m., there will be the reading of the Declaration of Independence at the Doughboy statue by the Old Stone Bridge next to Grinnell's Beach. Again, 9 o'clock, reading of the Declaration of Independence on July 4th.
Okay, town solicitor.
The only item there, just to follow up on McLaughlin, I'd reported previously about the court resetting the deadline further back for the 90-day time period to start for the removal of the structure, and this is just a copy of that written order.
so we've got about a month left,
Yes, well, a little over a month.
a little more, but.
Town clerk. Thank you. I will entertain a motion for adjourn. Oh, yes, chief.
Lawful property. Reason I'd like to know, just so I can keep an eye on
May
the property.
9th was the
The beginning
order.
date. May 9th was the beginning date.
So August 9th, right?
August 4th-ish?
9th.
August 7th or
7th.
9th, depending on how you add up. I
Yeah.
think think we were allowing like the extra weekend before we were checking it. Thank you.
Thanks, Keith.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
Second.
All those in favor? Thank you all.